just wanted to get this out there because I'm kind of excited about this idea that I had last night. So I'm just throwing this out there and wanting your feedback and see what your response is. And basically my idea is this. There's so many people that I've come across over the last however many months since last summer, and who have talked about how the flat earth research and discoveries have brought them to a place where they believe in a God, or at least the idea of a creator, or started looking into the Bible. And for me, these kinds of testimonies have been one of the most powerful things that I've come across in all of this. And I think it gets lost on a lot of people, especially people who are kind of still on the outside and just looking for excuses to write it off. And so anyways, my idea is it would be so cool to put together some kind of a little compilation video, just with little pieces of people's testimonies, just sharing about that maybe because I've talked to these people and become friends with quite a number of you who have told me that they were people who were just straight up atheists or into the New Age movement or whatever, and through the flat earth came to a place where their previous beliefs were challenged or are still being challenged or whatever. So yeah, that to me, that's some of the most powerful stuff. And it would be so cool to see a video where you could just have, like, I guess at this point I'm leaning towards maybe just audio. So okay, so what I'm thinking here is that if we could just collaborate, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my email in the description, and people can reach out to me that way. And I should probably go ahead and put it on my about page too. So yeah, I'd love for people to reach out to me, or just let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, I personally would love to watch a video like that just showed, the more that we could compile together, the better it would be. So, if you have a story, even if it's just, you've been a creator and the flat earth strengthened your belief in God or the Bible, or just kind of brought about a new sense of wonder about the creation, anything. It doesn't have to be super specific. It doesn't have to be like even where you would call yourself a Christian at this point. Obviously I am a Christian and I speak about the Bible, and I believe it to be true, but we're all coming to the truth from our own various backgrounds, and we're at different points in that process. So if you have a story that you want to have included, reach out to me. If you know somebody who has a story that you can send them my way, and over the next few days and weeks or months, or however long it takes to put this together, I just think it would be really cool. Then I guess I could edit it together and into something. I'm thinking if we just did audio, I guess you could do video clips too of people talking, but honestly, I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of watching videos of people talking into their computers. I like visuals, and we could find some cool music to put on there, and I don't know, I just feel like it would be a really really good tool to have to show people, because what gets me, what just still drives me nuts, is everywhere I go, and it's hearing it's the Christians, honestly. It's the Christians who, they believe in conspiracy on some level, but they just write the whole thing off as a psyop or as a satanic deception. You hear this all the time. This is a terrible satanic deception that's just, straight from the pit of hell, and they're leading all these, and this irks me more than the people who are just, totally defending heliocentrism because it's part of their whole So anyways, I don't know, I ran out of storage there, got cut off. But yeah, what drives me nuts is when, you know, I hear this from Christians and they just want to write off the whole flat earth movement as a satanic deception, or, you know, something like this. And this is, you know, one reason why I feel like it would be so cool to just have a video to be able to just point people to and share, where it's just, you know, testimony after testimony of people who have been brought to a knowledge of the Creator, or at least brought to where they're considering a Creator, or exploring things that they weren't exploring before, or reading the Bible, or you know, whatever. So if you think this is a good idea and want to get on board, and we can kind of start to compile, okay, great, we can start to compile these kinds of testimonies and put them together in sort of a one-stop shop. You know, I'd personally just love to kind of see it together too, because I know I've encountered, you know, kind of quite a few now, that just people that I've personally been able to interact with, but I know there's so many more out there that it'd be just awesome to see a lot of them in one place, and then have that as a just kind of a group testimony to all these people. Because how do you argue that? How do you argue that it's a satanic deception if it's pointing people to God? You know, yeah, so that's where I'm at, and hopefully you guys think it's a good idea, and you know, we'll see where it goes. But I'm pretty excited about it, because for me, personal testimonies are, you